As we come into Holy Week, the crucifixion will be on our minds. So tonight's passage is John 19:30. Here it is in the CSB. When Jesus had received the sour wine, he said, "It is finished." Then bowing his head, he gave up his spirit. What does this say about God as creator? Jesus knew his purpose, and he knew when it had been accomplished. On one hand, here at this moment on the cross, he leaves behind 11 very confused disciples, a few dozen followers, lots of poor, lame, sick, dying people, lots of injustice, and yet he says, "It is finished." On the other hand, he endured the betrayal, arrest, desertion in the garden, being lied about, being flogged, being mocked, hit and spit upon, being crucified, being cursed and shamed, enduring great pain. He could have died quickly, but he endured so that all the messianic prophecies would be fulfilled, all the way to the sour wine. Then and only then did he announce that it is accomplished, it is completed, it is finished. He knew very simply what he'd come to do, and when the time was right, he did it. And also, nothing deterred him. And when it was done, he went home. What does this say about human creativity? We must be clear on our mission. And as followers of Jesus, our mission is the same as his: help people trust and follow Jesus. Everything else we do in life must serve this mission. This definitely includes all of our creative endeavors. Now, this doesn't mean all of our art must be didactic or preachy about biblical subjects only, or cringy, family-friendly entertainment that doesn't offend anyone. But it does mean whatever we make must support our mission to which all followers of Christ are called: helping people trust and follow Jesus. It may be painting or dance that reflects God's beauty or sense of wonder. It may be music or poetry that brings our hearts to ache or love like his. It may be stories that challenge, like Jonah or the Good Samaritan, or stories that give hope, like Ruth or the Prodigal Son. Our readers, our viewers, our audience should experience our creative work and end up one step closer to Jesus in some way, whether they realize it or not. And no matter what we're creating, we must remember our first calling is not to make art, but it is to help others trust and follow Jesus. And if we're not doing that, the other stuff honestly doesn't matter. So it is on this point that we must remain persistent all the way to the end. What obedience is God inviting me to? Well, maybe the obedience to which God is inviting me on this, what has frankly been a tough day, is to complete this little bit of work placed in my hand. And now I have, and now this is finished, and now it is in your hand. And I pray he uses whatever you've discovered in it to accomplish something in you.